Guys, welcome to the D&D Outdoor channel. Today we're going to make some lidded Nocks. I've been researching these things for a couple years now. I just haven't really made my mind up as opposed to, yes, no, good, bad. I've been shooting them for, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks now. They don't really change the pattern of my arrow. So I'm gonna give them a try this year. We'll see what happens. I still have several more weeks here before bow season opens up. I'm still making them. I've made probably about 10 or so far, and I'll make some for my brothers, for the family, a couple friends, have them shoot them, see what they like. Y'all give them a try. I've seen several videos online, and shooting these Easton Axis is what I'm shooting. Let me get one pulled out here. These Easton Axis, the diameter of them, they're real small. The ones I have seen, I took the principle from how the guys are making them. I'm just having to modify them a little bit more. So, I'll give credit to the guys who I saw make them first. This is not my idea. I am modifying, though, to make them work for an Easton Axis Arrow. But I did see the idea online. So, let's get started. What we have is a couple things. Portable little vice grip, jigsaw, power drill, a couple bits, a little piece of sandpaper, a few Nocks, and the most important thing, you gotta have your lights. I'm using these thrill lights. They have to be push-pull. They make them in twist off, twist on. Just make sure they say push on, push off. You can get them about any outdoor store, fishing shop, tackle shop. They have red, green, and they have a yellow one. I like the red and green myself, so I just stuck with those. But these things are fairly easy to make, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing I do, you take. All right, once you get your Nock placed in your vise, there's a couple drill bits you're gonna have to use. They are from my Easton Axis. What I found, I use the number 19 for a pilot hole. Number 22 finally drills out the center. Get one opened here. You got a package. Always test it once or twice. Make sure it works. It does. Green. Oh yes, very nice, pretty. Okay. Excuse me. With the Axis, you can't just fit it in here. It just doesn't fit. I could force it, but it wouldn't be right. It'd swell it up, bulge it out. Wouldn't be good. So what we do is with these Easton Axis, you have to drill out the center of your Nock for it to fit properly. And again, it's number 19. I use it as a pilot hole. Number 22 finally does drills out the core. So you just take a little power drill, cordless. With 19, try to make sure you get a good straight angle. And you're going to drill on down a little bit. You don't want to go too long because this will heat up the Nock and it'll start to melt and warp it. We're just going to go down a little bit, right past the curve. You'll see these, well, look on your, if you're shooting Easton Axis, just look at your Nock. You'll see the curve to it. Just go a little bit past it. Don't need to go much farther. Alright guys, once you get your Nock drilled out, take the number 22. You're going to line it up straight as possible. Start in nice and slow. Pull it back out. You don't want to go down too deep and too fast, too quick. You could break your Nock or melt it. All we're doing is drilling the center out, thinning the walls so we can fit the light in here. Okay. And I'll go through it and I'll look it over. You see about where it starts to get real thin here. You will stop. Don't go too much past it. Right about there is where I stopped at. And getting that LED in there, it'll really brighten up the knock. It'll shine. But excuse me, what I'll do is I'll take the back end of the battery light, the LED, and I'll push it down there just to make sure it'll fit. See, it'll fit good and snug. You know, no trouble. Next thing we're going to do is you can get your LED light. Shooting these Easton Axis, you'll see there's a little lip. If the camera will focus, there's a little lip right here, right there, and that won't fit down in there. So what we'll do is we're going to sand this little knock, this little lip off of it to get it flush. So all you do is take your sandpaper here, and I'm using 320 grit, wet or dry, and just really easily going over the edge of that lip. All it is plastic. Just take your time, go slow, and it takes a few minutes. So just be patient. You know, don't get in a big rush. Let me get this finished up here, and we'll be back. Alright, once you get about finished sanding, it should be pretty flush. You know, you really knock that lip off the plastic. Alright. See, all we did was knock that lip off the plastic. Now it should. Again, I'll just do it once. Just real careful and easily. Just push it down in there, make sure it'll fit, and it'll go all the way to the end. When you push on it, it should come right on. Okay, all works. Alright, next thing we're going to do is cut this knock in half. Maybe just a quarter of from the lip of the knock. Just do a real easy backstroke. I mark it with my thumb so it doesn't slide anywhere. Just good and slow, you know, moderate pressure. You don't have to really fork and push on it hard. But just real easy strokes. Real easy here, and it should just pop right off here in just a second. Doesn't take much. And here's what we have to work with now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the sandpaper, and we're going to knock the edges off here. Even with both ends here, I'll just knock the shavings off of it. We'll go around it, make it look pretty. Take that drill bit, just a single drill bit. I'll stick it in there by hand and twist on it a little bit, just to help pull out some of the shavings. Anything left, it'll also help stand up the edges from the rough cut of that hacksaw. And we'll just sand it off. On a little bit, and it's ready to go, ready for the next step. What we'll do is I'll go ahead and stand up the vise. Now this part you can use, you know, I recommend any kind of fast drying glue. I've been using this Gorilla Glue. Seems to be working pretty good. So you know, haven't had any trouble. Once it sets, it's done. It's there. It's not moving anywhere. Now, from the ones I've heard about and watched online, what they say to do is get you a drop of glue on a piece of paper, cardboard, then take the edge of your light and just roll it in that edge right here on the plastic. Make sure you get it on the plastic. Well, I've tried that with these Easton Axis Knocks, the X Nock. When you do that, you're pushing the glue, you know, with the head of it, you're pushing the glue down, and it's making the whole thing stick. So what I found to do is get any kind of metal object, you know, something small, skinny. I just use a little piece of metal here. You can use, you know, a toothpick would work good, anything like that. And what you want to do, I'll try to get this on camera here, is take it and dab it, go right down the center without touching the walls, and just start doing circles. Pull it straight out and do it again. You're going to repeat this, you know, 2 or 3 times. What we're doing is very carefully getting glue down here in the head where the LED and plastic's going to be. You just want a little glob here. Run it in circles and pull it out. Alright. Once you get that, you're going to take your LED and center it and push it straight down while you twist it a little bit. I always twist mine a little bit. And you'll see it down there. There'll be enough glue. Alright, it's been 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes or so. Take it out of your vise. And we're going to push on it. Make sure it comes on. And it does. Alright, we should be able to pull on it. It comes right off. It seems to be working good. Alright, next thing we're going to do is what I've been working on. I've noticed a couple times some of mine are hard to pull off, but what you want to do is sand this little lip right here. Just sand it down a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. And what this will do, this will make it a little easier for you to pull it, you know, turn it off once you shoot it. And just go a couple times around. Doesn't have to be too awful much. Alright, now what we're going to do is work on the back end. The easiest way to do this is take your glue and we're just going to run it along this bottom here. Then we're going to stick this back piece on it. So let's get some glue here. And again, with this glue, if you want to use a 5-minute epoxy glue, that's fine. I've had pretty good luck with this Gorilla Glue. You can use super glue wherever you have access to. Let's cap it. Alright. Then all we're going to do, let's switch hands here, is push this right up. And I like to make sure it's glued around the lip here really good, around this edge. So I'll, you know, right here I'll pull it some down. If we have to put a little bit more on there, we will. Just make sure it's all good and sealed up and glued. I'll go ahead and do the bottom here too. Let me try to switch hands. Sorry folks, this is my first video. It's first video on how to, so I'll be posting a lot of hunting videos here soon. I have all of 2012 to post. Now I'm looking forward to doing this year on 2013. So, you know, stay tuned. I'll have hopefully lots of good hunting videos for you. And so once we get it all sealed up, what we're going to do is put it back in the vise. And again, we're going to let it set for another 3 or 5 minutes. And I'll be back to check on it. Okay, once you get the Nock to set up, give it 35 minutes. You can come back and should be good and dry by now. Set up, push it, comes on. Give it a little pull. Goes off. Seems to be working properly. And what we'll do is get the arrow. We'll just start inserting it. Yeah, this is a new arrow. I haven't even fletched it yet. Just got a dozen arrows from Hunter's Haven in Elkins. Y'all get a chance to swing by there. One of my buddies from college I played football with now is the owner. Great guy, great service. Give him a call. I'll get the number posted up. But nevertheless, brand new arrow. And we will insert the Nock in here. Just be sure to grab it low and easy, and very easily just start working it in. You don't want to grab it out here too far and push. I did break 1 or 2. They'll snap the battery right here. They are tight. Okay, once you get seated, you know, be Pushed on. It is on. You should just be able to wiggle it back. It pops off. Just like so. Here a little closer. Let me get the light turned off in the shop. Pretty dark as you can see. We'll push it on. It comes on. It's pretty bright. Well, it's simple as that. What I'll do is, it's raining, it's misty. I don't know if I'm going to get out this afternoon to shoot some or not, but I have several other arrows that are already fletched, or I'm sorry, not fletched, but the Nock's been replaced with these guys, with these lighted Nocks. So far, so good. We'll give them a try. Hopefully get a couple shots on camera this year with them. Really looking forward to it. But there's a quick how-to. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, complaints, whatever, just leave me a comment. I'll get back with you. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Looking forward to more videos. Thank you much.